is doing this thing again where they put names on the bottles. I have the name Guy. My name is not Guy, but my cook's name is Guy. So during this video, we will be drinking some Coca-Cola. And I'm just gonna open it right now so we don't have to later. Okay, that was really loud for this video, and I think the videos in the future, I'm wearing headphones to make sure that the audio is a good quality, and to make sure that I'm not making too loud sounds, because my lovely girlfriend editor has been blaming me for making too much noise, which really is quite upsetting. So I'll be doing my best to keep that to a minimum. We have it. Not gonna lie, this sounds like pop rocks. Okay. Now we have that. Let's get started. So, this Superman movie is of course a new take on the character. Last time we had Henry Cavill as Superman, which did an amazing job in Man of Steel. It's a little bit more of a controversial Superman, but I really liked him as Superman. And now we have a new Superman. I don't remember what the guy is called, to be perfectly honest. But he's a really good Superman. I like his character, or his take on the character, maybe more than Henry Cavill's. Because Henry Cavill's Superman is more of a, he is a hero, but he also lets like people die because he wants to look cool on screen. And this Superman is like a version of the character that saves anyone, and he cares a lot about just regular people and saving people more in general. Not to take like a huge dump on Henry Cavill's Superman, which is a really good take on the character. I think I like both of them equally as much. I cannot say one is better than the other, or like anything like that. I just think they're both, in their respective movies, great Superman. But without any further ado, let's get started. This Superman movie begins with him crashing in Antarctica from flying, and he's like hurt because he's just been in a battle, and he whistles to call for his dog, Crypto, the super dog. By the way, I love Crypto in this movie. He's so cute. So Crypto comes over, and Superman, who's already in a huge amount of pain, and Crypto just jumps on him. He's super excited, like dogs are. And Superman's like, no, please, I'm hurt, stop. And then he asks Crypto to take him home. So Crypto grabs him by the cape, and they return to the Fortress of Solitude, where he gets healed by the robots that work there, which are really funny. They're super sarcastic. They put him in like this big chair, and they open up the fortress to reveal the sun, and the sunlight heals him, of course. I want to go deep into Superman lore, why things are the way they are. I think that if you're watching this video, you just know. So he gets healed by the sun, and while that happens, he gets to listen to a message from his parents, explaining him that he is there to do good and to save people and to help people. But halfway through the message, it like cuts Is he like an American superhero? Does he save people all around the world? Does he have any allegiance to anyone? They're like a little skeptical of his motives, and he gets blamed for it. And of course, Lex Luthor, which is an iconic Superman villain, is also in on the scheme, but I'll talk more about that later. So Lex Luthor, of course, does not like Superman, and while Superman is in that first battle in the beginning of the movie, Lex Luthor goes to his fortress, where he goes into Superman's like sort of computer, and he takes the message from his parents, and he like fixes the message up, or like one of his like, she's like someone who works for him, I don't know the word for it, and she fixes the message up, and the second part of the message from his family is like, you are made to rule, you can enslave people, anyone who's in your way, kill them, you're here to conquer Earth. And Superman's like, no, I don't believe that, I don't want to conquer Earth, I'm not gonna do that, I don't want to do that. But no one of course believes him, because Lex Luthor made it, put the message online, and he basically put everyone against Superman intentionally. So Superman, in all the commotion, decides to turn himself in, and they turn him in, and they take him to like a prison. But Lex Luthor, of course, has a special prison for him. So they go like to a military camp where there is a sort of portal machine or something that opens a portal to a pocket dimension, where he basically has all these cages where he puts people that are dangerous. In this prison, Superman is put into a cage together with another sort of mutant or superhero character who turns his hand into a piece of kryptonite, weakening Superman so he can't get out of the prison because he can't use his powers. And I believe Krypto is also there because he captured him also. But he takes people he saved to the prison to convince Superman. Well, at least he takes people to the prison and then holds a gun to their head, and he wants to know something about Superman, but honestly, I do not remember what he exactly wants to know. It's like been more than a week since I went to the movie, and already I can't really remember some details. Anyways, he tries to excuse me. He wants to basically torture Superman. So like the guy that has transformed his hand into kryptonite, he feels sorry for him. So he decides, yeah, I'm on your side, I'm not gonna do this. So he removes the kryptonite from his hand, and Superman is still weak because he needs the sun to heal. But in this pocket dimension, there's only darkness, so he can't heal. So the guy transforms his hands into a tiny sun, so Superman can heal in the light. Of course, Superman then escapes. He punches through the cell door, and they get out. He goes to find Krypto and break him out of prison. And together, they go and save the other superhero that has held him captive, his son, which was captured by Lex Luthor, and he used it to like I don't unstable, so eventually it tears open, and through the entirety of Metropolis there's this big line that basically splits the city in half. So, him and the Justice League, or the Justice Gang, they call it in the movie, try to go and fix it. The members of the Justice Gang for now are Guy Gardner's Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane, who try to save Superman from the pocket dimension, now help him try and close the gate, which is being kept open by Lex from his remote tower. He has like a skyscraper